After your first week of touring and getting a feel for 10 potential spaces, it's time to zoom in on the top 3 choices with your broker. Once you've selected your finalists, it's essential to bring in the pros: your interior designer, architect, and especially your structural engineer. Now, with your top 3 picks in mind, it's crucial to take a second, more detailed look at these spaces along with your design and engineering team. This step is all about diving deep into the structural integrity and potential concerns of each location. Your structural engineer will play a key role here, identifying any major issues that need addressing. As you assess each space, compile a list of necessary repairs or modifications. It's vital to ensure these required fixes are clearly outlined and agreed upon in writing. These agreements should be part of the landlord work letter, ensuring that the landlord is fully aware and committed to making these adjustments before you move forward. This thorough evaluation and documentation process will set a solid foundation for your restaurant, ensuring that the space is not only aesthetically pleasing, but also structurally sound and suited to your specific needs. Let's make sure everything is buttoned up and ready to go for your dream restaurant to take shape. Fantastic! You found the space that feels just right for your dream restaurant. Now, before we get too carried away with excitement, it's crucial to take a careful look at any aspects of the space that might need some work. Whether it's a cracked floor, leaky storefront windows, or a heating unit that's on the fritz, make sure to document every detail. Once you've made a thorough inventory of what needs attention, it's time to draw up your early agreement requirements. This list is vital as it communicates to the landlord exactly what issues you need resolved before you can move in and start transforming the space into your restaurant. Clearly outline each issue you've noted and ensure that the landlord agrees to fix these problems as part of your lease agreement. Addressing these issues early on will set a clear understanding between you and the landlord, and will ensure that your space is perfectly prepped and ready for a smooth build-out. Let's make sure everything is set up for success from the get-go. Now, let's move on to step 3 of our leasing journey as we dive into the review and negotiation of the letter of intent, commonly referred to simply as the LOI. The letter of intent is a critical document that outlines your intention to lease a space under specific terms. It's here that you'll detail crucial elements like the base rental rate, tenant improvement allowance (TIA), commencement dates for rent and build-outs, signage options, and the intended use of the space. This ensures that both you and the landlord fully understand the high-level facts of the deal. As we begin this phase, it's vital to meticulously define every aspect of your proposal. What is the base rental rate you're aiming for? We'll dive deeper into this shortly, but remember, rental rates are what you're charged each month, calculated based on the square footage of your space. Negotiating the LOI involves a lot of back and forth discussions between you, the landlord, and both parties' lawyers. While the LOI is not legally binding, it is a formal document that sets the framework for what both parties agree to pursue. This phase can be lengthy, sometimes taking months, especially if there are misalignments or if there's no urgency to expedite the process. To keep things moving smoothly, it's essential to progress efficiently through each stage and to hold the landlord accountable. Ensure they provide you with a revised LOI as promptly as possible. This proactive approach will help you secure your dream space without unnecessary delays, setting the stage for the next steps in finalizing your lease. As we circle back to those early requirements, remember that these are quickly incorporated into the standard legal documents used in most leases. Among these documents, the one you really need to pay attention to is the landlord work letter. Think of this letter as essentially your key to potentially huge savings, like getting a $100,000 discount. Yes, you heard that correctly. Based on the fixes and improvements you've outlined that the space needs, the landlord will detail these construction items in the work letter. Depending on the scope of work agreed upon, the financial commitment from the landlord could range from $100,000 to $500,000. This isn't just about fixing things. It's an investment into the space on your behalf. This document is absolutely crucial. It must clearly specify what the landlord is committed to handling and ensure it's fully in line with what you need to move forward. Make sure it's thorough and precise to avoid any misunderstandings or discrepancies that could affect your build-out and budget later on.